In this video, I will go over everything you need to know about Nolina palm plants as indoor plants. The Nolina palm, also known as Beaucarnea recurvata or ponytail palm, is not actually a true palm, but a member of the Asparagaceae family. It is native to arid regions of Mexico. I received this Nolina palm as a gift from my sister in 2016, which means she is now 7 years old. Despite being considered a low-maintenance plant, Nolina palms still require some basic care routines to thrive and look beautiful. This is my other Nolina palm, which I've had for almost 10 years now. She used to have longer leaves and a more bushy appearance, but my cats kept eating and cutting off her leaves, causing her to struggle to survive. I decided to move her to a new location to protect her, and now she's doing great. Nolina palms can be sensitive to pets, so it's important to keep them out of reach or in a protected area to avoid any damage. Nolina palm plants prefer to be kept slightly dry, so it's important to let the soil dry out between waterings. Overwatering can lead to root rot, which is a common problem with this plant. I personally water my Nolina plant only when the soil is almost completely dry, and make sure to remove any excess water from the tray. One thing you may notice with your Nolina plant is yellowing leaves and brown edges. If the lower leaves of your ponytail palm are turning yellow, it's normal, as they mature and die to make room for new growth. However, if the edges of the leaves are turning brown, it may indicate that your Nolina palm needs a more humid environment. To improve the health and appearance of my plant, I usually follow this routine once per month. First, be sure to remove all yellow and dry leaves from your Nolina palm plant. If the leaves are very dry, you can gently pull them off, or use a pair of clean, sharp scissors to cut them off. It's important to wear gloves when handling Nolina leaves, as they are sharp and can easily cut your hands. By removing the yellow and dry leaves, you'll not only improve the appearance of your Nolina palm, but also help prevent any potential disease or pest problems that may arise from leaving dead leaves on the plant. If you notice brown edges on your Nolina palm leaves, you can carefully trim them off. It's best to cut just above the brown, leaving a small margin of healthy tissue to avoid damaging the plant. After removing all the dried leaves from your Nolina palm, as a second step, you should give her a shower to clean off any dust from the leaves, to increase humidity, and provide the soil with good moisture. Additionally, showering the plant can help remove any pests or insects that may be present. To shower your Nolina palm, simply place it in the shower or bathtub and gently rinse the leaves and soil with lukewarm water. Be sure to use a gentle stream of water and avoid strong pressure that may damage the plant. After the shower, let the excess water drain out completely before placing the plant back in its original location. After showering your ponytail palm, as the third step is to spray it with a mixture of water and neem oil to improve its health and prevent pests and diseases. Neem oil is a natural insecticide that can help control a wide range of pests, including mealybugs, spider mites, and scale. To make the mixture, dilute neem oil according to the manufacturer's instructions and mix it with water in a spray bottle. Then, simply spray the leaves of your ponytail palm, making sure to cover both the top and bottom of the leaves. It's important to note that you should avoid spraying the plant with neem oil during the day or in direct sunlight, as this can cause leaf burn. Spraying your plant with neem oil not only helps prevent pests and diseases, but also provides a shine to the leaves, making them look healthier and more attractive. I recommend spraying your plant with neem oil once every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the severity of any pest or disease problems. Lastly, since the soil in your Nolina plant's pot may have reduced over time, adding some potting mix can help refresh and stabilize the plant, ensuring that it has enough nutrients to thrive and maintain its structure. Regular maintenance of the Ponytail Palm can help transform your slow-growing plant into a gorgeous, large plant. Nolina plants prefer bright, indirect light. They can tolerate some direct sunlight, but too much direct sun can burn their leaves. It's best to place it near a window that receives bright, indirect light. If your plant is not receiving enough light, you may notice the leaves turning yellow and dropping off. On the other hand, if the plant is getting too much direct sunlight, you may see scorch marks on the leaves. It's important to strike the right balance when it comes to lighting, so monitor your plant's behavior and adjust its position accordingly. I keep both of my Nolina palms on a west-facing window, which provides them with bright, indirect light for most of the day. They do receive some direct sunlight in the afternoon, but it's not too intense and doesn't seem to be harming the plants. However, if you notice any scorch marks or yellowing leaves on your Nolina, it may be a sign that it's getting too much direct sun, and you should move it to a spot with less direct light. Nolina palms prefer well-draining soil, as they are susceptible to root rot if their roots sit in waterlogged soil for too long. When repotting your Nolina palm, it's best to use a mix of potting soil and sand or perlite to ensure good drainage. A ratio of 2:1, potting soil to sand or perlite, is a good starting point. You should also avoid using heavy, nutrient-rich soils, such as those designed for flowering plants, as these can retain too much moisture and lead to root rot. It's best to use a lightweight, fast-draining potting mix. As for repotting, you should aim to repot your Nolina every 2 to 3 years, or when the roots have outgrown their current pot. It's best to do this in the spring, just before the growing season begins. When repotting, be sure to choose a pot that's slightly larger than the current one, but not too much larger, as Nolina palms prefer to be a bit pot-bound. Water the plant thoroughly after repotting, and allow the soil to dry out a bit before watering again. Nolina palms don't require a lot of fertilization, and in fact, too much fertilizer can harm the plant. During the growing season, spring and summer, you can feed your Nolina palm with a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer every 4 to 6 weeks. However, during the fall and winter months, it's best to avoid fertilizing altogether, as the plant is in a period of dormancy and doesn't require as many nutrients. When fertilizing, be sure to follow the instructions on the package carefully, as too much fertilizer can burn the plant's roots and damage the foliage. Additionally, it's best to avoid getting fertilizer on the leaves, as this can cause burning or spotting. Instead, water the plant well before and after fertilizing to help the fertilizer dissolve and reach the roots. By following the appropriate care routine and utilizing the recommended tips, you can enhance the health and appearance of your Nolina houseplant. Providing optimal conditions for lighting, watering, soil, pruning, and fertilization can encourage growth and promote a lush, beautiful plant. If you like my content, please support my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. It means a lot to me, and it's completely free for you. Thanks for watching.